from the police, but as you can see, there's so many police officers behind them, 2 helicopters up above. Again, we do not see very many drivers get away when a high-speed chase starts.
All right, Tammy Rose, I tell you what, Gina and I are going to now hand it over to the 6:30 news team. Jonathan Bruce and Mayra Moreno, they're going to take the police chase from here, guys.
Yeah, they got choppers and drones, man. They got that technology. It's just one you. Especially, you can't even do that out here in AZ. If you do that, your car gonna be towed up because it's gonna be so much debris. You're gonna hit it. Right there's gonna be a ladder. Then there's gonna be a couch. And then there's gonna be a mattress. And there's gonna be a lamp. And there's gonna be a tire. There's gonna be
and there we go, our first crash with smoke and fire. Again, I'll zoom out. This is what we hate to see. But it looks like he crashed into another vehicle, police right behind him. Again, a Dodge Charger stopping here on the Gulf Freeway inbound near Park Place.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to maneuver to, and he's out.
Oh hell no, he got his dog with him. His dog hurt. His dog like, nigga, you left me.
Situation here on the feeder road of the Gulf Freeway. Again, a foot pursuit. Police not that far behind him, along with a dog.
Oh my soul. What's going on, y'all? Shadi the Generator. I got another video for y'all today. All right, check it out. So it's a, you know, man, best friend, you know, along for the chase, you know what I'm saying? Along for the race. So we finna get along.
We have some breaking news we want to take you to right now. There seems to be some kind of a police pursuit. Okay. It looks as though it's coming toward an end on Monroe Road there in Winkler Drive. We have Tammy Rose above it in Sky Eye. It looks like they're in some kind of shopping center there, Tammy.
They try to pivot over. Nope. He take off. Oh, on Monroe. You ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds?
And it looks like going at a pretty high rate of speed on these surface streets. So again, if you were headed out the door, our exclusive sky map pinpointing exactly where
this driver is. Get out the way, folks. He's trying to get away.
Obviously, erroneously thought it was coming to an end because I saw them slowing down, Eric, as they went through that strip center. But no, these vehicles are still in pursuit. Of course, there's a new policy in the city of Houston, at least, when it comes to police pursuits. They're trying not to be as aggressive as they used to, depending on what it is the person they're pursuing is accused of doing.
Yeah, right now they're not letting up on this one, though. And I know details are just coming in as we continue to watch this chase as they come up to a light right here. It's going to be pretty congested. So let's hope this this chase suspect doesn't hit anybody.
Hey, look,
made it through that light right there, but here's more traffic.
Hey, I told y'all in one of my last videos, I said, hey, you know, it's damn near illegal to run from the police.
Do we know anything about
they
how
gonna call it off and get you later,
or even
you know what I'm saying?
Why they were initially stopping this driver?
They're gonna try to figure it out.
Yeah,
shit like shit, man.
He
got away. Figure out a different way. Look for some clues. Do some police work, shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, folks gone for real. Depending on what city they in, because that police chopper on they taco, look, he hanging the lefty.
Avoid the area if you can.
Yeah, we hate to. It's very dark at this hour. It used to not be so dark at this hour. And what is going on there?
He's courteous though. He's still using his blinker.
With a wheel, which often happens in these pursuits. A lot of dust seems to be kicking up. I don't know. Perhaps it's just the road that they're traveling. But
yeah, we've seen this driver though go in the opposite direction and go around
his car
into lanes of oncoming traffic several times. Even the officer
folks
had
don't
to
be getting
no
oil change.
Again, they're not letting up on this driver coming into more traffic. Of course, it's rush hour in Houston, so we all know what that is like. The driver taking a hard right there, but police staying very close to that what appears to be a Dodge Maroon Challenger. If we're able to get a better look at that, but that's what it appears to be at this point. But this driver, of course, encountering so much traffic on the road, still continues to just zig in and out of cars. And that officer, very close as we get into more traffic here. And then here's where drivers can sometimes try to go the wrong way, but they are going to stay. And again, Gina, like I know you were talking about, there is definitely smoke coming from one of those tire wells right there.
Yeah, and it looks too like the fleeing suspect is kicking up their speed compared to when we first started watching this pursuit slash chase. We have to be cautious about using that word chase. I know police don't like that word used
they chasing
in some instances.
It's a
but
chase,
it looks
folks.
as though it's reaching that kind of category because of the speed
what you gonna call
Again, new policy
it's the race. It's the chase.
Houston is to back off.
You gonna call it the race?
The person they're pursuing is not accused of a serious crime. Again, we have no information about what it is this person is considered to have done. This now at South Ritchie and Laurel Street. We're doing a good job there with our instructions.
Daytona 500.
Telling you where they're going. But yeah, we're also not seeing, Eric, the traffic getting much lighter. It seems as though this chase or pursuit is continuing to be around a lot of other vehicles, putting a lot of other of our community members at risk.
All these people at risk.
It's surprising they haven't hit more
Hopefully
traffic
you really did something,
we
man.
usually see here in the Houston
I ain't
area.
gonna lie.
Yeah, again, South Ritchie here. This is some of the new GPS technology that our Sky I-13 was outfitted with a few months back. But now it's open road for this chase suspect here as officers, at least that one in the patrol cruiser, stays pretty close to the rear end of that car as he comes up to another congested intersection. And it could get dangerous. He starts running through red lights. Luckily, nobody trying to cross that intersection right now.
Yeah, I swear.
I was going to
say people moving fast.
And actually leaving that officer again. But again,
I was going to say, Eric, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that we've covered hundreds of these here at this station or in our career, and never do you see a suspect get away once helicopters are above the vehicle. They are able to stay with the suspect when they've got eyes on them like this. So we only hope that no one's hurt, but the person just really doesn't get away when they've got eyes on them like this.
Yeah, and of course right now we were talking about that new chase policy, and I look at the officer trying to use one of those possible pit maneuvers to hit the back fender of the car. It looks like the officer decided not to go that route as he pulled up on the right side of that red or maroon Challenger right there. But again, he's starting to hit more and more traffic here.
He thought about it.
Looks like he could be pinned in right here.
No,
but
he thought about it. He thought about going down the wrong way.
Take that move that they had. Appearing that they had right there.
You know what we could see in that terminal? We could see how many other police vehicles, because we've been pretty tight on the suspect vehicle and that one officer car.
He probably lives somewhere around there.
It almost feels like he's going in circles. He's done at least 2 to 3 U-turns.
He lives around somewhere. He ain't got
5
nowhere
minutes
else
we've
to
been
go.
following here.
And he could not shake them.
Yeah, and there was really nowhere to go, apparently, for all these U-turns that he's taking right now. But he's continued to have
even if they ain't got no chopper in your city or they ain't put up the chopper, they probably got a drone out there.
They are continuing to lock up the brake lights.
They're starting to do these drones
nowadays. They're going to go
nowadays.
on a side street here. We've already seen them go through at a high speed through one of the strip malls there, but they're going to what appears to be a residential area right now. Not as many lights. Picking up speed as well.
Like, in that area, see what appear to be warehouses. We're certainly glad that this area is not, as you mentioned earlier, more populated, or that it's not the time of day when school buses are trying to get children home. But we still, nevertheless, are hoping that officers are able to bring this to
you heard it. They don't care.
A non-violent or not dangerous.
This is where my stomach gets tight, though. He's just speeding through all these side roads. You don't know when anybody's going to pull out on one of the side roads, not suspecting that a car is going to be coming in anywhere from 60 to 80 miles an hour.
Can you tell for us, Tammy, how fast the vehicle is traveling? I know sometimes we're able to assess that with the technology there in the chopper.
Yeah, actually, I do have a speedometer. It's a little hard to keep up. My pilot, Parker Ward, doing an excellent job up here because we do have another police helicopter up here. So he's got to talk to air traffic control. And obviously, I am doing the camera as well as the Churchill. So again, the top of your screen, it's always it's usually pretty accurate, but sometimes the way I'm maneuvering the camera on it might be just a little bit under. But you can see now it looks like he is losing control of the vehicle. Obviously, like you mentioned, this is a Charger, so a very fast car, and perhaps the driver just thinks, you know, that this car can do excessive speeds, that they'll be able to get away from the police. But as you can see, there's so many police officers behind them, 2 helicopters up above. Again, we do not see very many drivers get away when a high-speed chase starts.
All right, Tammy Rose, I tell you what, Gina and I are going to now hand it over to the 6:30 news team. Jonathan Bruce and Maida Moreno, they're going to take the police chase from here, guys.
Yeah, they got choppers and drones, man. They got that technology. It's just one U.
At 6:30. So we've been watching this, Jonathan, and just when we think it's coming to an end, he picks up speed and he loses officers behind, but they're still right on his tail, it seems.
Harrowing moments right now as we are watching live from Sky I-13. We picked this up about 6:26, Maida, so this has been nearly 10 minutes at this point, and we know the pursuit was happening well before that in terms of when we got to it, and a lot of different things. We've seen a smoking wheel, as Eric Barajas talked about. We've seen multiple U-turns. What we have not seen is this suspect or whoever's leading the police on this pursuit have any interest in stopping.
Yeah, and then honestly, when we see incidents like this, they rarely ever do stop. It's really hard to tell who is behind the wheel because the tint in this vehicle is completely dark. But again, we have had pursuits that involve women. So again, we don't know who is behind the wheel of this vehicle, but we're still following close. And it looks like police are probably trying to find him at a different part of this pursuit and hopefully block him in. I know there are instances where police try to get ahead and use those spike strips in hopes of stopping this person. But again, they're not stopping and they're continuing to go. So hopefully it doesn't turn into a pretty bad situation, because we have seen some pursuits lately that unfortunately turn deadly.
And we are watching live from Sky I-13 right now. One thing that we are seeing here in real time is this vehicle is now back onto the freeway. It looks like
he got
the
no lights
I-45 North Freeway right now. And Myra, the speed is increasing and accelerating to very, very fast levels as we see
he riding on the shoulder. He crazy
right now.
Yes, and this should be the southeast side of town as it is going down 45.
I thought that was HOV lane at first, but I had to look.
Tammy, any other details or anything you have been able to gather since you first started following this pursuit?
You can't even do that out here in AZ. If you do that, your car gonna be towed up because it's gonna be so much debris. You're gonna hit it. Right there's gonna be a ladder, then there's gonna be a couch, and then there's gonna be a mattress, and there's gonna be a lamp, and there's gonna be a tire. There's going to be
stop signs and stuff. And there we go, our first crash with smoke and fire. Again, I'll zoom out. This is what we hate to see. But it looks like he crashed into another vehicle, police right behind him. Again, a Dodge Charger stopping here on the Gulf Freeway inbound near Park Place.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to maneuver to, and he's out.
Oh, hell no, he got his dog with him. His dog hurt. Dog like, nigga, you left me.
Situation here on the feeder road of the Gulf Freeway. Again, a foot pursuit. Police not that far behind him, along with a dog.
Oh my soul! They finna charge him just with the dog being with him.
Quickly, and you feel like the
they're gonna charge the dog
ultimately win that race. I don't know. I know that we have to have some discretion in terms of how close we can get, and it looks like the dog is extremely close, and maybe this suspect chase and is behind the vehicles at this point. Myra, it looks like they're in water now at this point.
We did see some rain, obviously, yesterday, so I'm sure this area that he is trying to maneuver through, there's several puddles there, and it looks like he's trying to hide behind these vehicles. Hopefully this person does not have some sort of weapon. Again, that is something that police have to take into account because safety is first.
And your dog just left out there. They finna shoot your dog, bro.
Say that one more time, Tammy.
And now police are approaching with their guns. Yeah, so the police know what vehicle that this person went into, because we do have the police helicopter up here.
And hopefully I don't do my man's dog dirty.
Patrol what is happening here. Again, in that vehicle in the center of our screen.
I don't even see the dog no more.
Police have their guns drawn, and again, a dog as well as a suspect in the middle of our shot. The suspect inside the vehicle. Now it looks like he's actually given up. This is good. Backing up. This is what we like to see for an ending.
This is good. Yeah, it looked like that suspect is backing up. They're currently placing handcuffs on him. And it just a crazy situation. I have never seen a pursuit where there is a dog involved following the suspect, trying to get away from a scene.
And that's what we believe, again, that it is actually the suspect's dog that had gotten out of the car with them and then followed, and all of this.
Who else did you think that was?
Right now, Timmy, where
his four-legged brother?
Exactly off of the Gulf Freeway?
So we're in South Houston, east of the Gulf Freeway here, near Lynn Street and the Gulf Freeway. Again, one suspect in custody. It looks like they're trying to get the dog as well in a parking lot. He was actually hiding in one of these vehicles in this storage lot for vehicles.
This is quite a scene. Again, we have been following this pursuit since a little after the 6 o'clock newscast started, about 6:20 something or so before the 6:30 news started. And it first seemed as the suspect was not stopping, and it wasn't up until just a couple of a minute ago or so that.
Yeah, he locked up, man. They got him. Hey, man, this ain't GTA, man. You can't like pull into Benny's and switch out your paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, You gotta do better, man. If you don't want to have to run from the police, don't have to run from the police, man. I done been there. I done did it. You know what I'm saying? And then I stopped running from the police, and I was like, hey, man, this feels kind of good. Oh, everything feels real good. So you know what I'm saying? You know, it's always a better way. You just gotta use your mind. You know, it might be harder. You know what I'm saying? It definitely might be harder. It's definitely gonna be slower, but at least you freer. You know everything. So I remember that. So hey, the Shotty the generator. Catch me on the next one, man. It's my birthday. I'm finna, go turn up. Peace.